This is the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel, which as its name suggests is both a bridge and a tunnel. And there's two main reasons why it's designed this way. The first being to provide a large enough navigation channel for all the shipping traffic to enter the bay. And the second has to do with its geography. We have both of our bridge tunnels are located here and here. And if I zoom out a little bit, we have Norfolk, Virginia here, which is home to the Norfolk Naval Station right over here. And it's because of this naval station here that tunnels were used instead of bridges to cross the navigation channel, because if a bridge were used, there's a higher risk that that bridge could collapse and block the navigation channel, which is a risk that proved true with the collapse of the Francis Scott Key Bridge last year. So this risk is responsible for all of the bridge tunnels around the area, not just the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel. You also have the Hampton Roads Bridge Tunnel here and the Monitor Merrimack Memorial Bridge Tunnel down here. Then moving back out to our regular Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel here, you actually have two of them. You have the Timber Shoal Channel here, and then the regular bridge tunnel is up here. And the reason you have two of these bridge tunnels is because you have two main navigation channels that go through this waterway. When bridges are put over a waterway, you can think of them like a giant fence, because the cheapest way to build a bridge is to build really short spans using a simple girder bridge. This is why for the majority of the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel, you have these simple spans like here and all the way back here, because it's much cheaper, easier, and more efficient to do just these short little columns here with the main girder bridge going across this way. But you'll notice if this is entirely designed like this, then this blocks all shipping from actually moving through the waterway unless the boat is small enough to fit through here. You can see this on long span bridges such as the Sunshine Bridge in Tampa, where you have a series of approach spans here which are that simple girder construction with tightly spaced piers. Then you get to the main navigational channel here, which is highlighted by the large cable stayed bridge here because you have a longer distance and a higher distance to allow for all the shipping traffic to move through. The Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel is no different in that you have this is your main navigational channel here. Luckily, because it's a tunnel, there's no height clearance, but now you just have to make sure it's big enough and wide enough for what you actually need to move through to the area. And then everything up until that navigation channel is going to be these simple girder spans, such as like down here, except it looks like you have a little small navigational channel down here. Here's a heat map of the shipping traffic that moves through the area. So you can see here's your first bridge tunnel here that sees a lot of traffic moving here. It looks like towards this part down in Virginia. Then up here you have the shipping traffic that goes across this bridge tunnel and then goes up here to the rest of Chesapeake Bay. In terms of construction, a lot of these tunnels were prefabricated before in segments, such as this one right here, where you have your main tunnel here is closed off on either end and watertight. This is pushed out into the water and then barged or shipped into place, and then it's sunk down by pouring concrete into the actual sides of this tunnel. So in this example, I believe this is the Hampton Bridge Tunnel, but you have a series of inner rings inside here that can be filled with concrete. So once it's actually brought into place, that concrete ring around the tunnel is filled and it's slowly lowered into place. Then all of these little segments are lined up, bolted to be watertight, and then these openings are actually opened up from the inside, and then the tunnel is available for use. And then once all these are done they're laying at the bottom and they're covered with dirt so that they're more protected.